Good morning, beautiful people of the world. Good morning. I look like hell and I feel like hell. Oh God, I overslept. I don't have on a stitch of makeup, no eyebrows, no eyeliner, no nothing. Whew, I feel so dizzy, so out of sorts. Oh my God. Whew, I woke up late. I don't know how I woke up late, but I did. Get this right. How you guys doing this morning? Whew, I don't feel that great. I feel real dizzy. Anywho, good morning. Whew, I gotta take a deep breath. Whew. Gotta take a deep breath. Oh, I feel so dizzy. Anyway, today is Monday, September 22nd, 2025. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you all are doing well. It's good to be alive today. Okay. All right. I think I'll get it together in a little while. My ear is still, had to take a leave last night because my ear was really hurting. Really hurting. And so I took some leave. Hoping that that would help. It did. It helped. But yesterday, I felt real queasy. My stomach felt real queasy. I don't know why, but it did. I don't know if I'm having some residual, what do you call it? Like some residual, not residual, but some side effects from that shot that I had on Friday. I don't know. And I start the antibiotics today. I gotta go pick them up today. So yeah. So yeah, I gotta go pick those up today. Yeah, so I just don't feel that good. You know, I just have not felt like CC in a month now, you know. I just don't feel like myself. I can't get myself together. You know what I'm saying? I cannot get it together. And I'm just wondering now, do my stomach hurt? Is my stomach hurting because this infection has gone on so long? I'm just wondering, am I having a little queasiness because I'm feeling, because this has me off balance, you know what I'm saying? Because I just don't feel good. Today I don't feel good at all. And I didn't feel that good yesterday. I went on and did that video. I don't know how many views it has. I didn't look this morning. I normally look, but so busy trying to get out of there. Yeah, so I think that that has a lot to do with it. I don't know. I'm gonna try to I don't think I'll come live today. Might do it tomorrow. See how I feel tomorrow. It seemed like the weekend just blew by. I mean, literally blew by. Just went completely by us. It's like, what happened to the weekend? Just flew by. Yeah. So this coming weekend, I have a wedding. Saturday, I think what I'm gonna do. Friday and Saturday, what I think I'm gonna do. Well, I'm probably won't do it Friday evening, but I gotta start packing what I'm gonna take on the trip. And I found some dresses last night. I was going through this because I was trying to figure out what was I gonna wear to this wedding. And I think I found what I'm gonna wear to the wedding. And I think that same thing that I wear to the wedding is what I'm gonna wear or take when I go for the cruise. I think I'm gonna take that because I'm just looking for things that's gonna be easy to pack. You know what I mean? Just looking for things that's gonna be easy to pack. So, yeah. Just looking for stuff that's easy to put in the suitcase that won't make the suitcase too heavy. Because it's gonna be, I know it's gonna be a little heavy, but I'm just looking for light fitted clothes, you know. So I found 2 dresses that I'm gonna take. So I'm gonna wash them and probably wash those this evening. I'm gonna start I kind of know what I'm gonna take, you know. So yeah, I kind of have an idea. But this ear has me just so I feel just so wonky. Everybody in their mama is driving so super slow. I don't want to go either, y'all, but come home. That's why I try to leave out a little bit early, because it's always more traffic. It's always more traffic in the morning. You know, like if you leave out it's weird how you can leave out at a certain time of the day, and you can leave out at a certain time of the day, like just 20 minutes more or 30 minutes more, and you know, it makes a difference. Like if I leave work at 2:30, the traffic is different. If I leave at 3:30, the traffic is different. This one cannot drive. So it's always weird how that happens, you know. I don't know what's taking them so long to fix this. I just knew maybe they are going to come home. Maybe they're going to come further down the street. They need to. That's the worst street. I'm hoping they will pave that street, redo that street. It's horrible. Horrible. Have you ever had like the outside of your earlobe, like right around here, it just hurt? And people keep saying that. They keep saying that. To me, this ear feels bigger. Now look at this ear. And look at this ear. Don't this ear look bigger? This earlobe. it feels huge. It feels much bigger. And people keep on saying, no, it look the same. My mother, my sister, the nurse practitioner. I'm like, I'll just put it to you like this. Everything on this side of my face hurts. Everything. Everything. It's so much pressure on that side. That's why she is ordering me an MRI, because she wants to look at the brain to see if there's something going on, which I pray is not. But I know that before I got this ear infection, I would always have like shooting pains over here. But I do suffer from migraines too. And when my migraines start, it always starts on this side. Oh, so then I asked my doctor about the Wegovy again, and she told me that they just won't approve it. So I'm going to call my insurance company, and I'm going to ask them about it and see what they say. I'm going to ask them. I'm going to call myself and advocate for myself. I'm going to try. I said when I come back from the cruise, when I come back from the cruise, there's another young lady that I know. She has a weight loss clinic. And, you know, there's nothing that is reasonably priced. Everything is high. So I'm going to go talk to her. I'm going to call my insurance first, and then I'm going to talk to her. And, see what she says about getting on her weight loss program. I'm just gonna see. So we'll see. That's another thing. This ear constantly itches. But I'm telling you, everything on this side of my head feels heavy. Everything on this side of my head hurt. I gotta call the mortgage company today, because I gotta pay some other stuff, and I'm not gonna be able to pay that repayment amount this month. So I'm only gonna be able to pay what I normally pay. I can't pay that extra $635. So I'm gonna call them today and ask them, is there any way I can pay that in October? Then in November, I'll be back to the regular payment. It's just too much. There's too many things going on. I was sitting there thinking to myself, I was like, it would be so nice to have a second income coming in here, other than me doing everything. But I just thank God that I make the money that I do, that I can pay my bills. But even though I'm the one paying the bills, paying all the bills, and I make not decent money to do that, to be able to pay it. It sure would be nice if it was another $4,000 coming in there a month. And so also I wanted to tell you all that I called to see if I could get money for Christopher, because he has an IEP, right? And that's another thing. I called his school today, because they're saying that he won't be able to come back to school if because he's out of compliance. He needs some type of shot. And he goes to the doctor on the 30th of September. But they want him to have the shot before. So they sent me an email telling me to click on right? So I do that, and then they asking me for other medical documents, and they won't let you go past that. I don't have his shot record. I had it, but I don't have it. I need to look at my email and see if I can find it. Do a search and see. I might have it in the email. I don't know. I thought I had saved his shot record in my notes, but I don't think that I did. But anyway, so they're saying that he can't go back to school unless he has his shot. My mother was like, they can't do that. I was like, I'm telling you what they're saying. So nevertheless, this is what they said that they got to have a shot. So anyway, I called Social Security Administration to find out what money that he could get. Because there's supposed to be some type of, this is what my girlfriend was telling me. Her sister who works at the school district was saying that there are kids that have an IEP. I can't remember what it stands for. It stands for independent. I can't remember. I know what it means, but I can't think of it. But anyway, they was telling me to call and see what money is that should be allocated to him. So I did. So I called, and the lady from Social Security Administration said, well, if you have to be in a certain income bracket in order to get it. So when she starts telling me, I'm like, I already know they're going to say I make too much money. So I said, okay. I said, well, never mind, because I already knew. So she was like, you make more than that? I was like, yes. I said, but I'm a single parent though. And I said, with me being a single parent, I said, I just assumed that I could get that for him. Because it's just my income. I said, I don't receive child support for him. But she was like, oh, okay. She was like, well, so she said some other stuff. And so I was just like, okay, it's obvious that this whatever she was saying that I could get for him, my girlfriend, I can't. But I just find that to be, I don't know, I just find that to be strange. But nevertheless, he won't be able to get it. So that made me mad. It's just, I'm just, so to bring you all up a little bit up to date. Remember I told you all that I was trying to do something. I was trying to do something so that I could get his father, his sperm donor, to pay. And so, he gets some type of form of disability. What it is, I don't know. So I called child support and I told them that. And they said that they looked into it, and because he doesn't get, it's not SSI, which is Social Security, because he doesn't get that, he gets some other form of disability, and with that, they wouldn't pull any money from that. I'm gonna call them again too, because I filled out the paperwork for them to look into how much money he's getting. I just think that it's just unfair. I mean, it's been 18. He'll be 18 in March. It's been 18 years that I have taken care of this child, and he's not giving me $1 for him. Not one. And I feel like child support, they do anything. They do anything to him. And he owes the state of Illinois money too. And so I'm like, why y'all didn't go after him? Why did y'all make him get a job. You know, they never put him in jail. They never did nothing. Nothing. He just got away scot free. And I'm assuming because he won't work. I don't know how any grown ass person that has to take care of themselves. I don't know how you don't work. I don't understand that part. I don't get. Get that part. I never understood that. Excuse me. I just don't get that. Just a bum. Just a freaking bum. So I guess this girl, or whoever this girl was, this white girl that he was living with, he had to move out of her house because they kept having domestics, and she has 3 or 4 adopted children that she adopted that is her brother's children. And she, from what I understand, was going to lose those children if the 2 of them, if the police had to keep coming to that house for domestic. So he had to move out. He had to move out, but in the meantime of him moving out, she helped him get an apartment. So she's essentially paying his rent. Must be nice. She's paying his rent. Taking care of him. Yep. And that's how he survives, by her. And then whatever this little money that he get, I guess he does whatever it is that he does, you know. And so when he had told me that he was coming to see Chris last year, his sister told me, she said, yeah, she said, he was gonna give Chris some money. And so I was like, oh, okay. Never saw him. Never saw him. Never got the money. None of that. Faked him out. Didn't call. And he never got the money. Now, we don't need this money, okay? And when I say we don't need this money, we need money, but we don't need money like that. Because that little bit that he was going to give him, nobody was happy about that. You know what I'm saying? When she told me that, I knew that that was a lie. Because anyway, let me go punch again. I'll be back. So yeah, when he said that, I was like, when she told me that, I was like, yeah. I just was like, sure. What is he doing? He's not supposed to even be parked over here. I don't understand. I do not get it. I want to tell him so bad. You know that you're not supposed to be parked over here. This space, these spaces are for the people that work over here. Now he's pulling up to get something out of his car, blocking. I don't understand. So yeah, when he told Chris that that he was going to help him. I mean, not help him. When he came to see him, that's what he told his mother and his sister, because supposedly he had got this large sum of money. He had got that, and I knew that wasn't going to happen. I knew that wasn't going to happen because I wasn't even concerned about the money. I didn't even care about the money. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care about it. They got this headlight right here. I mean, just beaming. I didn't even care about that. I cared more about the fact that Chris wanted to see him and he faked him out. And that's what pissed me off. It wasn't about the money. I didn't care about that. I didn't care about that. I did not care about it. And I never even told Christopher that either. And that wasn't important to him as well. Even if I had told him. And he moved to another state, thinking that if he moved to another state, he wouldn't have to pay child support. It doesn't matter. When your Social Security number is your Social Security number, it follows you everywhere. It doesn't matter. This is why I want to tell you all about this eyeliner. This eyeliner right here. I can't think of who this is by. What's it by? I think it's Benefit. Yeah, it's Benefit. I kept wondering, every time I would get ready to put this on, I would smell something. And I was like, what is that smell? I just kept on saying, what is that smell? and it's this pencil. So when if you buy this pencil, it's called the roller liner, eyeliner from Benefit. It stink. It don't stink like stink, but it's got a stinky, it's got a smell. I was looking all around on the floor. I'm like, did the cats throw up in here? Did the cats throw up in the bathroom? You know, I'm looking all on the floor. It's a good eyeliner though. I like it. But it has a smell to it. I'll be glad when I feel like myself again. I'll be so glad when I feel back like Cece. Draw these eyeliners. I mean, not these eyeliners. I bought this a while ago. I had bought a new bag from Ross. These bags right here. I love these bags. They if you traveling or you need like a good work bag, this is a nice bag. Oops. And it does adjust. I don't like backpacks. See, it adjusts. So you can adjust it to your liking, how you want it to be. But it's vinyl. And it's by Reebok. And it has a big pocket zipper right here. And then the inside, I got a bunch of shit in here. But in the inside, it looks like this. I like this bag. I got it from Ross. And I got the last one from Ross too. But you know, when you work in this field, because I work outside and I'm always doing stuff and I just throw this bag around, this bag started to get that outside funny smell. So I went and bought a new one. I don't know when I bought it. Probably I can't tell y'all when I bought it, but I did. And I like this bag. So if you're looking for a good work bag, go to Ross. They have them over by the purse section. And I really like it. Oh, I think I left that mirror. Okay. Well, let's see. What can I use in its place? I left that too. So discombobulated. I think my stuff is in that other. I think it's in that other bag. That's the only thing about when you switch purses. When you switch purses, sometimes you take stuff out, put stuff in, and you forget to switch your bag out. I'll use this little mirror. Well, I could use this mirror. This might work. Eyebrows on so I don't look crazy. So hasn't paid not one dime in 18 years. Which brings me to my next subject. Having a conversation with a guy, a friend, and he was talking about one of his friends who has never paid child support, never really did anything for the kid. And when the kid got ready to graduate from high school, he wanted to go to the kid's high school graduation. Why? Why? You have never been in this kid's life. You've not paid one dime. Why you want to go to the graduation with your chest pumped out? So I told my friend, I said, oh, hell no. I said, oh, hell no. He said, so if Chris wanted, I said, I don't care what Chris wanted. No. No and no. You don't get to come and showboat and act like, you know, like you the greatest father on earth, come to the graduation. Why? I'm trying to figure that out. Why would you want to come to his graduation and you ain't did nothing for him? He said, well, if Chris wanted him to come, wanted Anthony to come, would you let him come? I said, I'm going to say this again. No. I don't want to look at you. Now, if you had been in his life, even if you wasn't able to, you know, pay child support, be consistent with your child support, but you and him had a relationship where you came and you picked him up and you did things with him, whatever it would be, yeah, he could come. Yeah. Now, would I be salty that I had to pay everything and I've been paying everything? But yeah, I would let him come. If you picked up the phone and you called him and you wished him a happy birthday, do you know that my son will be 18 in March, and in 18 years he has never heard his father say happy birthday to him? So why you gonna come say congratulations graduating? See, people think that, oh, you know, well, he ain't never paid no money. He ain't never paid no money. So, you know, I don't want him to be around my child. Listen, I get it. I'm right there with you. But if he's the type of father that he a bum, where he can't keep a job, where he hasn't contributed financially for 18 years, I understand you being mad, because I'm right there with you. Because shit is expensive and it's hard taking care of a child by yourself. I'm right there with you. But if that man doesn't have the means to do what you do, but he still makes an effort to show up on his birthday, I don't care if he give him $10. Here, man, his $10, his $20 to get your hair cut. I know you got $10 and I know you got $20. I know you got $10. I know you got $20. Because if you can go buy an expensive ass, this stupid motherfucker likes these expensive, he likes Dobbs and he's a hat person. Now you all know hats are not cheap. If you could go buy a hat, they cost $50. You can give $50 to your kid. Maybe you can't do it all the time. Maybe you can't do it every week. Maybe not. But you mean to tell me that you can go and make sure you shit sharp, casket sharp, but you can't never give him nothing? Even if you have just a little. I work behind a nasty ass, grimy ass garbage truck with rats, maggots, bed bugs, spiders, dog shit, human vomit, blood, needles, pimps and hoes. Worked on the roughest neighborhood here on the west side of Chicago. Went through neighborhoods at 6:15 in the morning when it's dark as hell and you can't see what's behind the can. You don't know what's gonna jump out on you. I worked that job for 10 years. In the rain, when it was pouring down raining, when it was freezing cold, sliding on ice, falling. My knee right now and my foot on this left side is fucked up because falling in them alleys for 10 years. And this stupid motherfucker had the nerve to try to talk about me because I worked in an alley, because I worked behind a garbage truck. I would go down in the motherfucking sewer and deal with shit and vomit if it meant feeding my baby. Yeah, I made good money doing that job, but I still was struggling like I am now. And I made a whole lot less in 2013. I came in this job making $19.50 an hour. I left a job where I was making roughly about the same. I think I was making like $17, $18 an hour. But in 2013, in 2008, when I had Christopher, and between 2008 and 2013, things were not as expensive as they are right now. Was I struggling? Yes, I was. When I lost my job in 2011, when I lost the job at the University of Chicago, when I got laid off, when they phased my position out, I had to go get on public aid. I was taking money out of my 401k. I was paying my car note and my rent. And my light bill got behind. My cooking gas got behind. Then my aunt moved in with me. She was no help because that's a whole nother story. I thought about her this morning. I didn't know that she was as sick as she was. None of us did. So what I'm saying is that my point is that I was struggling. But when I was offered the job to work here in 2013, what I had to go through to get this job, the training, the 2 weeks training was hell. But I did it. I had to go up in this bucket. It was way, and I'm scared of heights. I had to operate this bucket. I had to go way, they don't do that no more. Had to go way up high and turn this bucket around. And I was scared to death. And the only way that I was able to get up there was I thought about Chris. I said, if my baby was in a burning building and I had to get in this bucket, and he was hanging out of a window or on the window or hollering for me, would I get in this bucket and get to him? And that was how I did. That's how I got through that training. That is how I got through that training. And that was the only way that I was able to get through that training, was I thought about my son. And the point that I'm making is that when you have a child and you're responsible for somebody, and you're responsible for them eating and being clothed and their basic needs being taken care of, soap and toothpaste for them to wash up, to keep them clean, to make sure that they brush, things to brush their teeth, buying them underwear, buying them socks, buying them deodorant, buying them cologne, buying them shoes, making sure that they look nice and presentable, buying them school uniforms. I mean, I'm buying school uniform shirts and ties and shoes and all of that you have to do. Had I not had my mother and my father, I would have really been down in the hole. I really would have. That's why I do whatever she asks me to do. Whatever she wants me to do, I don't always want to do it. I don't always want to do it, but I do it. And I just don't understand how you as a man couldn't go work at Burger King, couldn't go work at McDonald's, couldn't go work somewhere, couldn't go find a job somewhere, even if you had to go sell some dope. But how do you let every birthday that this boy has been in the world, you have never called him and said happy birthday to him? Because if he was the type of man that called Chris, called him up for his birthday, said happy birthday, man, I'm gonna send you $50, I'm gonna send you 20. Okay, maybe because the child support was supposed to be $400 a month. You couldn't pay the $400 a month. But somewhere in your lifetime, somewhere in 18 years, you've had money. Whether it was $20, whether it was $10, whether it was $5. And you let every March 8th, that's Christopher's birthday, March 8th. You have let every March 8th you have let every March 8th slide by, go by. You tell your mama, yeah, I know. His mama tell him, today is Christopher's birthday. Yeah, I know. And then you talk to you when he did talk to him on the phone when Chris reached out to him when Chris was 13. He told Chris asked him, Chris was so perplexed and so confused because he said, Mama, he know when my birthday is. He said he know when my birthday is. He said he sent me pictures of me when I was a little baby because the bitch stole them off of this white girlfriend. She stole them off of my Facebook page. I didn't know that she was on my Facebook page. Even though you're not Facebook, you're not Facebook friends with a person, you can go on a person's page and look at their photos. So she stole a lot of my pictures, and some of the pictures he had because of his mother. And I gave him some pictures when Chris was little, when me and him was, when he was seeing Christopher, when Christopher was little. Christopher remembers that, but he has not seen him since he was 3. He faked him out then. He's supposed to come in. He gave me $60 to buy Christopher this Woody doll. He didn't show up. Never showed up. Never showed up. So I'm saying this to say that you don't have to have a lot of money to be in a child's life. You can have no money. And yes, it takes money to raise a child. Yes, it does. But how do you miss his birthday? I'll never understand that. And then you tell your mother, yeah, I know today Christopher's birthday. But you never picked up the phone and called him. When this boy had open heart surgery, or this heart surgery, when he had this surgery done, when he was 11, he had surgery when he was 11. He never picked up the phone and called. Not one time. Oh, he bitched and moaned to his mother. I can't believe Sherelle didn't even call me and tell me that Chris was having surgery. Why? Why would I call you and tell you that he was having surgery when you never when you never call him on his birthday? So what do? Let me tell you all what I did. I called him. I said, I talked to your mother, and your mother said that you're upset that I didn't call you and tell you that Chris was having surgery. So now this was after Chris had he had the surgery. He had already had it. Chris had to be cut in his groin. They went through his groin and pushed that device through his leg all the way up and placed it into his heart. The surgery was much longer than they thought. When they got in there, what they thought by him having the EKG, they thought that it was as small as a nickel. And when they got in there, they saw that his heart was that heart murmur where it had not fused together. They saw that it was more open, so it was the size of a quarter. This is why he couldn't get rid of this cold that he had. He had all of this. It was not normal to me. See, when things go on and on too long, and you still coughing like me with this ear, I know something ain't right. So I took him to the doctor, and the doctor immediately called it. She said, he has a heart murmur. I said, a heart who? She said, a heart murmur. She said, and he needs to be seen immediately. He needs to have surgery immediately. And the thing is that we needed to catch it before he went through a growth spurt. Because at 12 is when they start to really go through a growth spurt, and they really growing. So we had to get this done immediately, ASAP. Okay? So, they were like, yeah, he got to get this done. So I call him and I tell him, well, I called him after, and I said he had the surgery. And he was like, well, how's he doing? I said, he's doing good. And I said, I didn't call you and tell you. I told your mother. I said, because you don't never call him. I said, you miss every birthday. Well, you know, me and you, we don't get along. I said, that has nothing to do with him. And I said, and as long as you ignore my child, he said, you always saying your child, because I've been the one that's done it all. I said, as long as you ignore my child, you and I will never be okay. So I said, I tell you what. I said, this is what you can do. I said, it would be nice, since you don't call him on his birthday, since you miss every birthday that he has. I said, it would be nice if you could just send him a card saying get well, and it comes from you. I can do that. I said, okay. I said, you know the address. I was living in an apartment, the same apartment that he had lived in. I said, okay. I said, well, that's what you can do. I said, it would be nice that if he read a card from you. In other words, bitch, you ain't send him a card to say happy birthday. Never in his life. That's not a problem. I can do that. Okay. All right. Great. We're still waiting on the card in 2025. He had the surgery in 2018. 1 year before COVID hit. We're still waiting. Chris is still waiting on that card. Maybe one of y'all got it. But I know it never came to 71st and University. Do one of y'all have it at y'all house? Can y'all send it? Okay, that's what ain't going on. Maybe it got lost at y'all house. But if y'all get it, let me know. Just let me know. Because it's possible that it could have. It's possible that it could have got lost and got to y'all house. Because we never got it. So I called him up and I asked him. I said, so I waited about a week or so. So I called him. And I said, what happened? I texted him. And I said, what happened to the card that you were supposed to send Chris? You know what? I didn't get a card. I just didn't get a card, but I thought about it. Listen to this. I thought about it. And I just felt as if, you was trying to tell me what to do. And you want to be in control, and you want to tell me what to do with my son. Well, motherfucker, you ain't did nothing with him. He's 11. You haven't done nothing with him. I said, oh, okay. Just like that. When I texted him, I was at work, working in the alley. I said, oh, okay. All right. Yeah, because you want to tell me. You want to tell me what to do with my son. You ain't did nothing with him. You ain't did nothing with him. But I said, okay. I couldn't find a card. Just like you couldn't find a birthday card. Just like you ain't been able to find a birthday card in 12 years. When he graduated from 8th grade, he got no card. He got nothing. He didn't even get a phone call. So do you think I would honestly let him come and sit and watch the fruits of my labor walk across stage and get a diploma? Do you think? Okay. I wish a motherfucker would say to me, Cece, you are wrong for not letting him be in his life. I wish somebody would say that to me. I wish. I wish somebody would say you wrong for not letting him come to his graduation. Now, he graduates next year in June. I promise you, June of 2020, he graduates June 5th of 2026. And I promise you, on June 5th of 2026, he will not get anything from him. And we can make a bet right now. I will bet anybody on this looking at this video. And if I lose the bet, I don't have no problem paying my debts. No problem. I have no problem paying you if I lose. But I guarantee you, I won't lose. I guarantee you that. So the question my answer to that question would be a no. You cannot come to his graduation. Because you put no effort in. None. You've missed every birthday. And it's a sad, sad, sad state of affair. Because kids don't ask to come here. And because they don't ask to come here, and it's you who brought them here, it's you who brought them into the world, it is your due diligence to make sure that that child is taken care of. I don't care what your beef is with him. I don't care what your beef is with her. You all can hate each other. Until Jesus come back. You can want to kill him. You can want to kill her. You can hate him and he can hate you. But you laid down with him and he laid down with you. And you all made a child. And that child deserves to have what it needs to have. It deserves that. I don't care how you feel about each other. I don't care. That child does not deserve to not be taken care of because you got some beef with each other. Get over it. Get over it and take care of that child. Just that simple. That child does not deserve to come here and not be taken care of. I don't care how you feel about each other. I don't care. Get over it. Get over it. Just get over it. It ain't about you no more. It ain't about him. It's about that baby. The one that you brought in the world. And you laid down with him. That was your choice. That was his choice. The baby don't deserve to not be taken care of. They just don't deserve it. So no, you can't come to no graduation. Stay your punk ass where you been for the last 18 years. That's how I feel. You may feel differently. And I ain't here to argue with nobody about it. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I got to go. It's 7:02. I got to get in here. I got to call Chris and wake him up, too. He probably already up, knowing him. Y'all have a good day today. And I will see you all on here later. I may come live, I may not. I don't know. But you'll see me. I just don't know if I'm gonna come live or not. I don't know. All right, have a great, wonderful day, and I'll see you when I see you. Okay, I was gonna say tomorrow. I might be back, I may not. I don't know. But anyway, have a great day. Peace, love, and blessings. Bye.